Hi, the story I'm going to talk about is Paradise Lost by John Milton. And no, it's not like a tropical paradise. I wish. So to understand Paradise Lost, we have to understand John Milton. He had a second-class life. Well, this was like in 1663, so it probably looked more like this. I don't know, I wasn't there. But he was accused for treason because of his stance with the monarchy he did not support. So he had to hide or off with his head. And he was also going blind, so he made his daughters write for him. I kind of feel sorry for him, because it seems hard trying to write for a blind dad. But they seem to enjoy it. But now we could get back to the main idea. In book 1, it starts with the invocation to the muse, with the muse being God. It also starts in media res, which just means in the middle of action. So Satan is chained up in heck. After he fights with God, he sends him to hell. And the devil is forced to live in a fiery dolge. And a fiery dolge is like a fire flood. And you might be thinking, Joe, you can't have fire and water. That just doesn't make sense. But it's kind of like Jumbo Shrimp, oxymoron. It just makes sense. So yes, it was an actual flood made of fire. Anywho, Satan and his homies had a war with God and his peeps. And after being darned to hell, Satan wanted to go at it with God's work now. Now the devil was very prideful. They already had a whole war, and he claims that fire hurts, but not having what he wants is worse. Now Satan's right-hand man was Beelzebub? We'll call him B. And B, having some type of sense, was like, dude, come on, we already lost this one. Don't be dumb. But the devil was like, nah, we'll totally win next time. Now the devil, he didn't look like how we would picture. He was hot. Okay, well maybe not that hot, but he was made to be good looking. Eye candy to draw the reader in. Milton made Lucifer the epic hero of the story, which seems odd. He's making you want to be on the bad side, but don't fall for it. One more thing in book 1 I want to talk about are the themes, light and darkness specifically, but switch it with the devil being light and God being darkness, with God kind of raining on the devil's parade. It's kind of like an eclipse. It's attractive and pretty, but weird and wrong. He would rather rule in hell than serve in heaven. If that's not determination, then I don't know what is. Now that's the end of book 1, so now for book 2. Satan rallies up his fellow demons in a place called Pandemonium, which is constructed from hell pieces, and it's so small that they have to shrink to get into. Now in the meeting, they discuss how to make a comeback, and B suggests, why don't we send someone to see God's new creation? And the devil's like, oh, I have an idea. Let's ruin God's creation. Then he goes, fine, I guess I'll play God, taking charge and all. And Satan here is like inspiring and easy to follow. A light that shouldn't seem like light. Milton is doing something that no one else had thought to do. Satan shows up in hell with sin, his daughter, and death, his son. But we won't go that deep. After scheming with sin and death, Satan gets out of heck, but instead of going to heaven, he goes to earth. And then God supposedly stole from the demons, and Satan promises to get it back for them. And those are just the main points in book 2 out of 12. This is just what we learned in class. I hope this more modern interpretation could help you understand it just a little bit better. Thank you. Peace. And here's my works cited page.